welcome to my Alberta Art Studio. Today we're going to be doing a sink screen pour. I found this in the junk drawer. I believe my wife bought it for me, but it's possible that somebody else got it for me thinking it would be handy. There's somebody I have in mind that might be doing that. Anyway, I've done this before. I did a short just the other day online of my first one, and if you give me a second, I'll show you the results of that. And maybe the reason I didn't show it is because I learned an important lesson with it. The important lesson was, if you can see that, it's kind of warped. And it was painted on the back too. Anyway, it kind of warped because I used canvas panel, and the canvas shrunk in the middle, pulling all the sides and warping the thing. So and then of course doing that, it got lots of crazes and cracks and stuff in the paint, so it didn't look very good afterward. I like the design, but it's kind of hard to put on the wall this way. So anyway, I had it there. Hopefully, I'm using, it's a dollar store canvas. I've taped the bottom so I won't hopefully get too much paint on the back, because we saw that. And I've also put in little push pins, which are really hard to get in with my screwdriver handle. I may have to go and break down and go and get the hammer out of the garage next time I try and put those in there. I'm going to put a base coat down. The base coat is going to be linked in my description. It's the one I always use. I'll put a little more water in this one to make it a little more liquidy, because I'm finding that it's pretty thick by the time I get to use it. I'm just going to put a little bit in the center. I may need to put some further out as the pour goes, but we're just going to put some in the center initially. And then I'll put my little sink strainer in. This is the one that's supposed to keep the hair and stuff out of the sink, but I'll just use it here for now. Okay, so I've only got a few colors this time. I kind of cut myself down. I got this fluorescent yellow, and I have this gold. Now this gold was originally Liquitex gold, but I ran out of Liquitex gold, and so I mixed it with this Nic Pro, which is what I use for my concrete work. And it seemed to mix pretty nice. It's hard to tell on the bottle there. This is Liquitex also, this yellow here. And then I have this is a mixed blue of a little girl keeps calling me. This is a Liquitex, but it's I mixed 1 part white. No, it's not Liquitex, it's Amsterdam. I mixed 1 part white to 1 part blue, and just basic colors, not fancy ones. And this is the color I got because I needed a light blue. This is the purple. Now I'll link all the colors in the description. I know it has a fancy name on the front of it, but it's I'll try and keep all the bottles up now because I don't have so much stuff all over the place. This is a fluorescent red, and this is also Liquitex, and this is just a straight blue. I think it's phthalo blue, but I can't be sure off the top of my head. The base paint has Artist Loft pouring paint, white, titanium white. And I ran out of the Amsterdam white, so now I've got a big bottle of Amsterdam. This is Zinc, white Zinc. that I put in the base paint also. So those are the colors I'm going to be using today. I'm going to have some water. Paint I made really thick, a lot thicker than I've ever used before, so could be interesting. And there's also another thing. Each paint bottle here has 1 to 2 drops of silicone in them. So my aim is to get some cells, and so we'll see what happens. And I'm going to try and do them in this order. Put the yellow over the. Try and do them in this order. And I haven't opened the caps yet because that would be getting ready for the job. So anyway, let's get started. We'll see how much. We don't need a lot of paint on this, but I might end up putting it on there because I seem to want to put it on me too. Hang on a sec. Stay there, Pablo. This time I grabbed the paper towel. Now I have blue hands. Well, that's all right. So we'll start with this one. Takes a little while for it to come out because it's maybe I should open the first. They seem to be a little bit wanting to pop. Most of the people that I've seen do this use less colors than I did on my first one, and I used just about every color I had, so. Drip. Oh well, we're getting there. And we'll do some gold. I still have my good thing I had it here. You got me in the shirt. Okay, and dripped anyway. It's a bit warm in here today. It's warmer outside. Got my little heater on, but it's just to make it more bearable. Okay, let's start again. It's starting to come out. You won't see it quite yet. Only used the silicone the one time, and that painting is the, I think I showed it to you, it was the ugly one, and that was because I wasn't using my knowledge that I gained from YouTube when I did it, which was too bad. It was the first acrylic anything that I did, so you have to have a bad one to start with. Gold is sinking really fast. It's starting to come out. I don't know if you can see it there. But we're getting lots of colors, and they're nice and separated too, which is kind of nice. Really separate. I don't know if I said that this is fluorescent yellow. I only have two fluorescents, one's red and one's yellow. I think I'm going to leave that for a bit and let it come out. And then we'll see about whether we're going to need more or not. Looks like there's quite a bit here. tip this up a little bit. It's heading the other way. I did level it with the level, but let's see how we're doing for stretching. Doesn't look too bad. I don't know. I think I'll pull this, and if I need any more color, I'll just put it in. But now we have to try it. Oh, not drip. And we dripped, and then we dropped it. Okay. That's all right. Adds a nice decoration to it. I'll just put this on that paper towel there. Okay, let's torch this. Way over here. Yeah, I just have to make sure the lock's not on after the last time. You have any air bubbles? Not seeing a lot of cells, but some things. It's actually looking quite nice. Try and stretch it out a little bit and see how we do. I'm just going to rock it back and forth a bit. Hang on to it with the pins. Cool little gold patch in here. There is some cells in it. Can't tell if that's probably was a cell that I just touched. Lots of cells on the edge too. Okay, I'm just gonna try and pull some of this red from the outside to the inside. Vice versa. Yellow into the center. Moving a little bit still. And of course then I touched it with my hands. Okay. Now I'm just going to try and get a little bit of that corner done. After I touch the canvas with my fingers, which I tend to do now. I was going through wet ones like crazy, so now I use paper towel like crazy. Okay, so I'll get these colors out of the way, so I can give you a show of it. My buddy was on my comments for the last video, and he said that I got a strike when I knocked all the paints flying. I was doing pretty good for bowling. Yeah, there's lots of cell activity in here. Really nice cells. Looks really, really nice. Okay, so I'm going to try and show this. I'm going to pull it about up to there so that you can see. I'm sorry I can't do flyovers, but I haven't got the equipment for that. You'd have to have an overhead camera, I think, in order to try that. Hopefully you can see this from the side camera, because I'm going to also show that. I just can't tell whether it's in view. Maybe I'll come up a little bit still moving the paint a bit. But anyway, I wanted to also show you that, well, I have some more acrylic skins in the making here. These are the ones that I've gotten so far. Whoops, I just dropped them on the floor. This is the ones I got from the last pour. So I'm getting an accumulation of them. I think what I'll probably do is take up my friend's advice and cut them out in little shapes and maybe put them on a canvas of paint. Probably put a base down and put those on top and make kind of a collage or something with them. There's one of them. Let go. Okay, well, thank you for coming. I really appreciate your support in my venture, and I really do enjoy doing these, and it actually gets me out of my comfort zone, which is something I really needed to do. Because when you're retired, sometimes you get into routines and you do nothing all day, or you do something, but it's, you know, like housework or something. It's not any particular thing. So this is really good for me because I can do something that I can be wild, so to speak. And so God bless you all, and take care, and I hope your families are all safe during this time. I know we're in a lot of chaos in that these days, with everything being so expensive and that. So I just thank you for everything, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.